I guess I'll start. Say my name's Adam. I've had a long day today, so if I sound like I'm dead, it's 'cause I am.
Big mood.
I don't know, I guess we were gonna start with our favorite video game. Pretty much Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, and Metal Gear Solid. That's the edge of the hot. Oh, that looks so cool. Music is usually indie or emo and stuff like that. Like Used and Thrice and Circus Survive and Linkin Park. Alright, Mikey, I choose you.
Oh, for sure. I'm Michael. Yeah. Wait, the Souls game, especially more recent ones like Bloodborne and Sekiro and Elden Ring, drop way too many hours in all those games.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about all the friggin' platinum trophies you have for those games.
Not all of them yet. Not all of them yet.
Yeah,
No, I've never been good with the whole pass the ball introductions thing. I always start blanking anytime.
well, we only gotta do this
trying to
once.
draw on information, but yeah.
I mean,
it's like
if you want to stop that, it's totally fine. That's what this podcast is about. Also, is getting to know us. So
yeah.
they'll get to know us through time. If that's how you choose.
Hey, so I'm Tyler. My favorite video games would definitely include Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, and probably Deep Rock Galactic. Can't get enough rockin' stuff.
Wow, it's up there, huh?
Yeah, man.
And Deep Rock's a great game. Yeah, nice relaxing.
It's just got a nice vibe to it. Good gameplay loop, you know?
It's true.
So it
Has a
works well for me.
fun environment too.
Yeah, for music, a lot of video game soundtracks, instrumental shit. There's an artist called Amos Rohde who does a lot of like indie game soundtracks that just really fucking bop.
Hell yeah.
And then more mainstream music, gonna be stuff like, Linkin Park or the good early 2000s hard rock and emo shit.
Oh yeah. Can't go wrong. I have such a hard time getting into new stuff.
I listen to the radio. Surprise, surprise. Anyone does that anymore?
I can't even. Like, occasionally there's a freaking song I like, but
Well, yeah,
not
I'm
nowadays.
graced. I'm graced with the almighty K Rock out here. So
Kitties.
I heard a cat.
That's Dusty. She's gonna be occasionally part.
Yeah, about 50% cat meows in the background, 50% static.
Better opinion.
Oh shit!
What? Smack it!
I don't know why I put the axe on you. I didn't mean it. I haven't been able to open doors.
I reactivated it. I made sure all the doors were open.
Did I have a day? I had to get up at 9, get to work at 10 to open for Taekwondo, do open gym after, and there's a birthday party today. My boss said it was gonna be a big party, but this was a huge party. They were like setting up some stuff, and then like 20 minutes later he says, "Oh, the catering company is gonna be here soon, and the props people, and all this other stuff." I was like, "What?" Just put tables out and food, and that's it. But it was a superhero party. So yeah, catering company comes, so we set up all the tables and stuff while people are still at open gym. One person coming again, it's like, okay, they're probably just dropping food off. And then we set up the rest of the tables, and I'm like sitting there watching them, and they're bringing in like cooking appliances and like cutting boards and like everything, all the food that was like prepped and everything. And they were just like, they set up like a mini kitchen in the hallway. And this is all for a 6-year-old.
It's too much party.
That's not even the last of it. So then the props people come, and they have full life-size versions of like the Hulk, Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Superman, and I think that was it. Come in and like set up all these things, and then they had like barrels like around, like prop barrels, and a whole like picture camera set up. They had costumes for the other coaches. So we were like teaching like superhero stuff. So it was like parkour, flips, punching, kicking, all that stuff. So I was lucky enough to not have to wear a superhero costume, but still be the coach.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was nice. 'Cause I did not want to be Spider-Man trying to coach and do flips while you can't see.
Yeah, I was gonna say full mask is probably pretty difficult to, unless it's Hollywood level,
Yeah,
high quality shit.
yeah, it wasn't high quality. It was kid quality, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't have to put it on, so it didn't matter to me. But yeah, it was nuts. It took us like almost 2 hours to finish cleaning and putting everything away and all that. That was my day.
What is that delicious looking thing?
Oh,
Beer stew.
that is some good item stand no access. With a cup of item stand no access.
I can access. Are you guys friends?
No. He's pissed at me because I keep axing all of his stuff. Anything exciting happen or anything you want people to know that like usually happens on a day to day or
Oh, see, sorry, Adam. You're a friend with somebody who literally does nothing. My life
Like
is
that too, at least lately.
uneventful.
it could be anything, man. Could be that goose I walk by every day didn't walk by me today. I wonder if he's alive still, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. No, the plants and the birds I say hi to are my friends here. Not both. Lately, quite literally.
Now, do you see a lot of animals out on your walks?
Oh yeah. All the time. Even at the marsh one time I got really lucky. It was like a quiet, sort of like a dreary day, like real cloudy. But I was out for a walk at the marsh and there was like not really any people around. And I noticed some ripples in the water, but nothing like causing them. I'm like, what's underneath there? And sure enough, a little otter pops his head up.
Oh
I know we
my
got otters in
God.
out in the marsh or out in the wetlands and different areas out here, but I never get to see them. But that one time,
Man, lucky.
pretty sweet.
Closest shit I've gotten to that is muskrats here at the fucking wetlands behind the complex and the pond at the complex here.
Oh yeah, that's
Dang.
still pretty cool too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean.
The most I see here are skunks.
Oh yeah, gotta see raccoons too out in like Northridge and stuff.
I haven't actually. It's mostly skunks.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's like 90% skunks, 8% squirrels, 1% rats.
And 100% reason
Thanks.
to remember the name.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I feel lately my life's been kind of like, that's why I got you guys.
I feel that. All I do is go home, go to bed.
That was weird.
I spend so much fucking time when I'm not at work just laying in bed, falling asleep, or listening to my fucking neighbors stop.
Yeah.
Oh, she's still up there, just been at it all night.
Yep.
It's been her.
Yep.
All these years.
Got her kid a puppy.
Oh.
no.
I hear the pitter patter, a little paws.
All of it. Yeah, the claws on the floor.
I hear the little
Running along.
yipping yapping late at night. And it's locked up in its little sleeping area
Yeah,
in the
that would
living
be
room.
rough on me. I'm noises.
Yeah,
They're just so good.
I've noticed that sounds like actively aggravate me.
Yeah, I've gone and actually like knocked on the neighbor's door, one of the new neighbors, because they have a dog that's obviously has separation anxiety. Every time this person leaves, I can just hear it for like at least a solid hour, maybe hour and a half, just crying.
Dang.
Yeah, that sucks.
You just see it barking, just like, come on.
Yeah, man,
But-
it sucks. Like it's over the top too, cause even small shit, like I can just hear them like drop something light, or like walk around the place with their shoes on,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit'll like tilt me.
Oh yeah, no, that would
And
after a while for sure. That
Yeah, I mean, you've been exposed to that for how many years at this point?
yeah, I guess I feel like I freaking out over like little shit. Would you stop breaking my shit?
Breaking it?
No, that's just like
Oh, that was
that would get
damage
to
to
me
me.
too. I'm like that with certain noises, like it's an
Oh.
overstimulation or what the? Did you burn yourself to death?
Yeah, he just lit himself lit himself on fire in my kitchen.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a dangerous kitchen, man.
You better pick up your shit, get rid of your gravestone.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
can't imagine
no.
like not having that kind of control over your own environment. I get that way with certain things, like keeping like certain things clean, or just like I'm so passive about it, I won't like really say much. I'll just get to it eventually or something.
Yeah, I've definitely realized a lot of my neurodivergent traits from living here. Quit sneaking around my kitchen, you fucking naked.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Because yeah, like just random shit. Like I'll hear my neighbor outside, and I'll get upset because I'm hearing a noise that I don't want to hear, and it's just people living their life. But
Yeah, no.
Yeah, how dare you?
Exactly.
Yeah, it frustrates me to hear it. I just
Yeah,
want to
no.
live out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Not
No,
hear
that's exactly where I'm at pretty much too. That's why I love certain things with like certain soundscapes, like this game being kind of just out, just you out and hear the sounds of the deer and the little background music and all that. That's another thing that really captivated me about the first Dark Souls 2 is there is no background music. It's just quiet until you get, to like a mob or a boss, and you only get music at bosses, so the music is always like, oh, what the hell what is this? Yeah, overstimulation and noise and shit from in your house or from sources you can't really do anything about. It's just like, well,
Yeah, and it's like as soon as I hear a noise, it like activates like a hyper vigilant fucking like part of my brain, and it's like on high alert for any other minute fucking sound to happen next. It's like, oh, I hear a noise. Now I need to be alert. What else is gonna happen? What other noise
Right.
am I gonna hear?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And like I would just like hear it, register it, and then fucking ignore it.
Yeah, instead of when the first time you hear it, you're already wondering when it's gonna stop.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, see, this fireplace is too small for you to climb into.
No, it's not. Maybe it is. Totally forgot you could dodge. I don't know
Yeah,
why
I
I
was
keep
gonna say,
forgetting
I always
that.
forget. I have to remind myself like how to freaking roll in this game every time I play it. It's like I never remember mouse and keyboard. It's like holding shift and space, right? Or pressing space when
I
holding
press
shift.
control and then I
Or control.
press space, yeah. But yeah, I think
Control, yeah, it's control. That's right, that's what it is.
right click and space also works. And then control and space.
My mug.
Ah, no, you'll spill my beer. Ah.
Can I drink the beer? Yes!
Oh.
Didn't know there was anything in here, honestly. That's pretty sweet.
I didn't put anything in it. So.
Oh, wait. Does it just automatically fill if you have any kind of like healing or whatever meat on you? Does it just put it in there if you pick the cup up?
You know what? I believe it does.
Dang.
Would you stop punching shit?
I'm trying to get
you're
a mug.
You're trying
Like
to get a
5
mug.
minutes
Alright,
each
that I can solve.
You gotta allow me to get a mug.
Yes.
Got it. You can turn it back on now.
Adam, come over here real quick, cause I see that Mike's character is permitted with the ward, so I'm wondering if can you.
My name isn't on there. Oh, opt in. There we go. Ah. Don't hurt me.
See, so now you do have permission.
Nice.
No help.
Death count 3.
And the most peaceful fucking environment.
I've had probably the most deaths. That's just how I do things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what else we got on this list or our beginning? Just give people
Double
a
team it.
general idea of
Double
what
team it.
this thing's gonna be like. Gonna be probably more or less the same, but slightly different each time.
Sick
You
rolls.
did have on the list that you wanted to like do recommendations.
Yeah, that's
I
next.
don't have a single song that I want to recommend. I have an entire album.
Nice.
Huh?
Alright, I guess we'll start with music.
Because there's a group. I don't want to fucking get it wrong.
No,
Here,
get it
let's
wrong.
say.
Be that guy that gets it wrong.
Look, I'm already a white male on the internet, voicing my opinion.
Damn.
I don't wanna hit all of the bingo marks in one go,
Okay.
right?
Fair.
Alright, yeah, so there's this group called the Mechanisms. And they do these albums, or at least they did these albums. They're like fairy tales told through an album, but they were given like a sci-fi twist to them. Like their first album was called Once Upon a Time (parentheses in space). It's basically got like Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk. They took like those fairy tales and then like wove a story, and then they tell it like a bard telling a tale in a tavern.
Nice.
That's cool. I like that.
And each album is like a different, an entirely different thing, but the same like mythos, like the same universe.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he uses a potion.
They'll do like stories, and then through those stories they'll do songs that are like folk songs for that story that helps like progress the story along.
Nice. Sounds pretty cool.
I could 100% totally picture a like musical play like on Broadway. Like that's how it's done. You know, like that's like you've got the acting, the skits, and then the songs in between that like help connect the skits together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I definitely recommend giving the Mechanisms a listen to. And then just starting with like their oldest album and working from there.
Nice.
But the albums are definitely, I say, best listened to in like a single setting. Which can be tough, but they're only like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So
That's still cool.
it's like a long YouTube video
Yeah.
worth of time, but it's something that I would put on for like drives and stuff, or like sitting in traffic, and I could just sit there and listen to it, or like while I was working, I'll just put on an album and I'll just listen to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what you mean there.
Yeah.
7 hours a night in the alone cleaning a gym was like what led me to podcasts actually. I don't even think I have like music recommendations because like a lot of times lately all I listen to is like when I do listen to music it's like really random shit like romantic era classical piano, Frederick Chopin, and I don't even know. There's so many cool ones. Beethoven or the newer one, Ludovico Einaudi or something. That's good stuff. But
I mean, a lot of that stuff is good for keeping your brain like actively involved.
oh yeah,
While doing busy work, so it's you're flexing your brain muscles.
yeah, definitely started to get my imagination going a little too much, and that's where I started looking for like podcasts, a more kind of like I guess distraction is a good word.
Yeah.
Something that makes you feel like you're hanging out with people are talking with people.
Yeah.
And just straight up, I would be like looking for the longest ones, episodes, that are hours long, and listen to however many episodes a night, like 3 or 4, and 6 straight hours of just listening to people's podcasts.
Dang, that's crazy.
Shout out to Thunder Goose if you guys ever hear this. You guys rock.
One of the inspirations for this.
Yeah. And if anyone listens that likes anime or manga especially, definitely give them a listen. That's not my favorite, but they have like a variety of topics going back, but manga is just what they tend to focus on.
Before before I give my music, I realized we haven't said the name of the title yet. Or the name of the podcast.
Oh yeah. Damage over time.
Yeah, so calling it Damaged Over Time. 1, because we're all very damaged. And 2, because we talk about video games. And damage over
For the
time.
non-gamers out there, damage over time is a common mechanic in which you can deal or take small bits of damage over
Over a period of time.
over time. Wow,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say it varies per game. How much time that is.
It's also
Usually damage ticks and incursions of second intervals. So, for example, 10 poison damage for 10 seconds. So
Yeah.
every second you take 10 points of poison damage.
So if you're
for
trying
10
to
seconds.
accumulate how much damage you do 10 by 10, and that's the total damage that person will take. Anyways.
Damage, get off of my counter.
I'm not damaging it, I'm giving you a dance. Should be happy for this.
What you are
Doing a
damaging
service to you.
What you are damaging is Michael's tankard and his face. He keeps squatting on his tankard and then kicking his face.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm gonna have to install a pole in there.
Yeah, where's the pole?
I've got the pole. Give me a sec.
Okay. What speaks the most to us? Because we also did parkour for a long time as
There's the pole.
growing up. So, oh yeah, let me dance on that real fast.
Oh no, don't dance on that.
We've been all 3 of us have been heavily damaged over time from parkour. So it's
yeah, other things.
Life.
yeah, and life. So that's one main aspect of that. So
I got hurt scrubbing a shower at work. That's ridiculous.
My knees are what is so damaged, but I'm fixing them slowly. I remember, Tyler, you got hurt doing a front flip bad. Was it your sternum that you messed up?
Yeah.
Or?
I'm so glad I don't deal with that damage anymore. It fucking healed itself. But yeah, no. The fucking up a front flip where it's oh, okay, I definitely got this. I'm not gonna put 100% effort into doing this. And then just totally fucking failing.
Now you fucked
and
up.
folding myself up like a goddamn folding chair.
Yeah, it was gross.
Just I don't know, fucking just crunched my insides together and jostled my sternum in some way.
Yeah.
My sternum would fucking just start hurting. I can't even fucking describe the pain.
I can't even imagine feeling that pain.
Yeah, that's how I feel about at times too, about my back just debilitating.
Yeah.
That was my first time in an MRI machine a couple days ago.
How did that go?
Not bad. It was really loud, but they give you headphones. You can request whatever music, so I just had to put on Chopin. Zoned out to some piano for the hour I was in there.
So you were getting MRI scans for an entire hour?
Yeah, it was in 2 parts, and the first part was 20 minutes, and the second part was like 35, 40 minutes, somewhere around there.
They gave you like a little break to get up, stretch, go potty kind of shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
We stand up and let him readjust the bed so he can scan the other whatever part needs to be. It's like a series of various loud noises. It kind of turns into white noise after a little. Hopefully they can see what's wrong, or if there's anything to be seen.
Yeah.
If there's not, I'm gonna be confused. But what is that dance move?
It's headbanging. To the fire. Yeah, go fire. Go.
I don't know who did it, but the placing of the medium healing mead next to the tankard, real nice touch.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good.
I do like that bottle design. So that bottle out there is
right.
Good.
If there's other like mead bottles that are cool, you just like make a shelf in the back and put a bunch of those and have all the different bottle types up top.
Hell yeah.
My favorite music is dance music. Just kidding. My favorite music.
Hit up the club. I remember going to clubs with you.
That was the only time.
Sweet dreams of rhythm dance.
Yeah, we literally. That was the only time I've been to clubs. Was that like day or night or however many times we've done it? But it's been like
just the once.
Yeah.
Because we only went in there because we were leaving ground control, and they're like, "Hey, you guys want to come into the club for free?"
Yeah.
We're like,
that was ground control. That was that arcade bar we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only time I've been in a bar, and it was quite the setting.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Our clubs?
No.
Yeah.
That's all. You know what? That's all I'm gonna say.
It wasn't so much as a club for me as it was just a bar.
I feel ya.
'Cause that's the only place we spent our time at.
We were also sitting. What was it in the corner at the booth next to the furry wall? So.
We went to a couple of clubs, didn't we? Is there another one down the street? No, it was just that one.
I'm pretty sure it was just that one.
It was just one. Anyways, my favorite music or music suggestion that you should have, that you should listen to is horrible. I don't know why I made this section because I'm horrible with remembering like band names or like song titles. So I should probably start writing these down.
Like an album or an artist.
I don't know. I guess I'll go with the classic. Look it up real fast. I thought I would have known the name.
Oh my god! In your Neil emote, your character has one leg on the fireplace,
Mm-hmm.
and then your knee is on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So your entire leg is inside your.
Yeah, how'd I get my foot up that high?
Melting that boot.
Your Viking is fucking flexible.
As you should be. Don't you forget about me by Simple Minds. Don't you forget about me.
You know that classic 80s song that's in that movie?
Oh, you mean the Breakfast Club song? Oh, actually, that's the album it's from, is the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Good to know.
They would link that on.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just start with that song because that's the song that my mom, like, was on the radio as she was driving away from the hospital as I was stuck in there for like a month because I was dead when I was born.
Shitters. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a blood clot in the back of my head. So yeah, I had to stay in the hospital for like a month after I was born. And as my mom was driving away, that song popped on and she cried like she's never cried before.
Yeah, I probably would have too. Jeez, I can't even imagine that type of fear must have been like, though.
Alright, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh,
That's a good song.
not really.
I love 80s music. I've been in a big 80s like thing lately, blasting it at work.
There's some fun stuff in there.
I 80s music has forever been ruined for me, from two sources, from my dad and from an ex. So I can I can 100%
Ooh, I can guess which
never.
X that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can never listen to 80s music.
Mr. Mustache, right? The cop.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
dad. Not my ex.
I know. I was like, wait, what?
No, I mean like the other Mr. Mustache. Your oh wait, no, one of your
No,
exes, not
one
one
of
of
my
your
exes. No.
Sorry, I was thinking of the. I was like, those dudes definitely listen.
Oh,
But
jeez.
no, yeah, that's yeah. I know what you mean. I've definitely had some music ruined for me by exes too.
I did, but I somehow grew out of it.
That's a good. That's kind of a good way to put it. It doesn't like ruin it for me anymore. Just like I'll think about it and I'll be like, "Hmm." It'll always just kind of come up
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Yeah, there's some people that I just don't want ever crossing my brainwaves, no matter how far into the past their interactions with me has been.
Yeah.
Like my dad or that particular ex. So
Yeah.
anytime I hear that shit, I get
Triggered.
I don't want to hear this. Ugh.
Actually, the one artist.
You mean you
that
take
comes
damage
up,
over
anytime I hear it
time?
now, I can't
Yeah.
stand it, and I
I
used
take-
to enjoy
Sorry.
it.
I take psychic damage every time I hear 80s music.
But for me, that's Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah, don't.
The one artist I just
Oh, you could have
stand
3
Axl
people
Rose.
sit on a bench.
Fuck, dude. Oh, you can have 3 people on a bench. Oh,
It's funny because I used to like that. I used to like that artist too, and learned a couple of their songs on guitar. But if I even hear the first 3 notes of the opening riff of
no.
Sweet Fucking Valheim,
No.
I swear to God.
Shout out to 100.1 The Edge. I hope you guys went out of business.
I think they did.
Fuck yeah.
Went out of business. Yeah.
Cause God,
Yeah.
every fucking 30 minutes, Guns N' Roses. Every fucking
Yeah.
30 minutes.
I swear.
It's only like one of 2 songs, and they just did it every fucking 30 minutes.
They had to cater to their audience, man. That's all. The people who live out there are the ones who listen to that.
Desert folk.
Yeah, so if you don't know, 100.1 The Edge is the top alternative rock radio station of the Antelope Valley. Last time I was there, I couldn't find that station at all, so they might have gone out of business or like changed stations or something. Yeah, sometimes they play decent stuff, but most of the time it was just like hair metal and like old school rock and yeah, 'cause that's like the type of people who live out there, which is why none of us live out there anymore.
Oh yeah.
You know, bunch of Rage Against the Machine, but everybody who is listening to Rage Against the Machine out there didn't actually like agree with Rage of the Machine.
It's really funny because there is like a particular percentage of the audience that can just completely misinterpret their message. I'm just like, what?
Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me. Yeah, that's talking about my mom.
That ain't
No.
that ain't no don't turn on me shit. There's some different stuff here.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
Man, I totally missed when Rage Against the Machine wasn't political. Like, are you fucking stupid?
It's like they're a fucking piece
That's
of
their
band.
whole thing.
Who the fuck do you think the Machine is?
Yeah, like that's the name of their band. What do you think they're raging against?
Life is beautiful. What is there to rage against?
Raging against the moves.
Raging against your mom. So next is Fatiokums. What Fatiok game? Old school. I want to say nostalgic or retro. but that makes
That
me feel
Oh,
old.
retro games.
that was something I wanted to ask about. Is like what are you considering old video game?
Yes, audience, please let us know in the comments. What do you consider as old video games?
Because
To
the argument could be made that a 5-year video game is an old game.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But I said classic.
No.
Oh no, I said older.
Yeah, you said
Oh, so how far away is older? Like 10 years? Old is 5. Older is 10. And
Could
oldest
even do just like
is
retro
20.
style.
Yeah, just anything after the past, like, I don't know, 10, 10 years? 5, let's do 5.
Yeah,
Hey.
so 5 years ago was 2018.
Okay. I mean, I am 30, but that, like,
That's
I
why
was,
I'm
like,
asking.
thinking 2010s. So 2020.
Are you thinking when you
See, like-
ask the question? Are you thinking games that came out when we were in high school, or are you thinking games that have been out a couple of years?
Let's
'Cause
do
those are both considered old.
around when we graduated and passed is old retro classic video games. We'll get into ones that are like in between another time. You know what? No, let's do for this one, since it's the first episode, only extremely retro 90s, maybe 2005.
Okay.
Let's do like PS1 and lower, or like PS2.
I got like a top 5. Let me
Okay.
let me get my thoughts in order here. And then
Yeah.
I'll start going
I'll
through it.
I'll start doing my writing down my list because this actually might take me a while. Mike, you wanna fill the void
Yeah.
with random
Oh,
talk?
I can think of a handful.
Mike doesn't have to fill the void either. You could just cut out the silence.
Man, why are you
Yeah.
making me do more work? We need more time on this. It's gonna take us 3 hours to get 1 hour footage.
Yeah, no, I can already think of a handful. I mean, originally when I was in retro style games, I was gonna say Hotline Miami. It's like go tell people to play that because I really enjoyed that first one.
I'll allow it, but it can't be retro looking. It has to be
Yeah,
actually
I think
retro.
so. Yeah.
I'll
And
let-
other than that, I was
I-
just thinking the very first handhelds because I just grew
Okay.
up with those in my house, like the
Yeah, yeah.
original Game Boy that wasn't in color, like the first Mario World. I was like played that in the car on road trips all the time. Loved that game.
All right, so I got a list of 4 right here.
Okay.
In no particular order, but just that time zone of gaming. Mario Kart Double Dash. Shit
Oh
fucking
yeah,
slap.
the GameCube was the
Mhm.
best.
Yeah, that is the best Mario Kart for sure.
Yeah.
Also GameCube era. Bounty Hunter, Star Wars Bounty Hunter.
Oh yeah.
God, yeah.
Such a fucking good game.
Yeah, that was cool. You played
Uh,
right.
Need for Speed Underground 2. One of the best video game soundtracks of all time. And Star Wars Jedi Academy. Those are the 4 of like that era that just fucking stand out to me.
Okay,
I
I'll do
hate that
4
this
then.
is a retro games category. About those, I'm like, those kids. No.
I mean, I said PS2 and younger, so that does
Yeah,
give you a
that's true.
lot of options.
It is pretty dated. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we're at 5 now, so. Okay.
Those are all good though. Tyler, those are all good.
Yeah, I'll go next. I was thinking more retro. Like I didn't go past N64 era, but my first one was Rambo, and there was another chopper attack or something on the Sega Master System. I would play. It's like super 8-bit, like super pixelated. The music was horrifically awesome. And yeah, it was like the simpler times when there was only like 6 buttons you had to press all together. So yeah, Rambo was a good one. My second one is Resident Evil 2, because I didn't watch anyone play Resident Evil 1, and for some reason they didn't either. But I would just watch my brother play Resident Evil 2 on our PS1 and just like be scared. Well, actually, I'm at 5.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, back
Of like,
then.
yeah, just like the videos and like the sounds and the music and that, like, I feel like watching those kind of games, like, even though I was afraid at the time, really like solidified my like love and passion of video games and just like analyzing every detail of something, because I like started from like playing games like Rambo on the Sega Master System in 8-bit to like Resident Evil, and just like being able to switch between the two in like one day and like feel like how video games have evolved and stuff. Crazy. And then
So it is really crazy how much they've evolved over time.
yeah,
It's really neat.
Bomberman 64, the second attack for the N64. My like soundtrack. I was listening to a Jungle Mix like YouTube video soundtrack while I was cleaning my room, and there were so many from that game that just like as soon as they like played, it was just like, it was so good. And then
Oh yeah.
just like, yeah, you get a little creature thing named Pomey, and like depending on what you did in the story, it evolved differently or what you fed it and stuff, and it was good.
Yeah,
I
sure.
spent so much time on that. Before I do my 4, I'm gonna do the other one I've added, which was Twisted Metal 1.
Oh, the Twisted Metal games, yeah.
Watching those and playing those, like, as a kid, that's like the first time I felt like scared playing a video game.
Cool.
It's like, not only because the controls are horrendous and it's a very stressful game, but like the story and everything as well. Just like anytime you saw Calypso's like human face in a video game like distorted like that, like it was just like mixing movies and video games for like the first time to me. And so that's like, yeah, that's like that memory is embedded in my head on watching that game.
Yeah, that's
I don't think I ever played those ones.
Twisted Metal
Or
was
even
fun.
saw those.
And then my last one, Final Fantasy 7. I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. I love all Final Fantasy. I'm known for
What,
Final
a Final-
Fantasy. I have a
a
tattoo
Final
of Final Fantasy.
What?
I have Final Fantasy, and I have fantasies of Final Fantasies. So, yeah, shocker. You'll hear me talk about Final Fantasy pretty much all the time. But, yeah, that's about it.
Oh yeah. It's probably how I feel about FromSoft's games in general as well. That on that same same page. Can nerd
Yeah,
out on it forever.
we got Final Fantasy, FromSoft, and Star Wars up in here.
LucasArts.
That's a good combo right
Yeah,
there.
that's exactly us. So if you like this podcast and you like our topics and what we talk about, make sure you follow for more videos and audios and whatever you're listening to this to on. So we could talk about more video games like that and other music like you heard. And oh, I don't even remember what else we talked about. But we aren't done yet. So that was only the hour, which maybe we got 30 minutes of footage out of. So now it's time to ramble.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say the rest of my games were on the N64, like Banjo Kazooie and DK64
Oh,
as adventure games were.
yeah.
Of course, I know the music too. I really dug the world soundtracks for like the different levels in Banjo Kazooie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had fun. Ooh, excuse me. They had fun music.
Yeah, the N64 had fun music.
Yeah.
All of its games bopped. Yeah, there were so many.
64 was one of my like Nintendo 64 games that's like up there. Same with Rogue Squadron.
Oh man, yeah, I can't forget about Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. There's so many games that I was thinking of. It's like I didn't put any of the computer games I would constantly be playing like as a kid. 'Cause for some reason I gamed on a computer more than like consoles back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be playing like Diablo and StarCraft, and Warcraft,
No.
and like while most kids were playing like Tuck like Journey and like Commander Keen and like
I remember Commander Keen.
all those like get all of those games and stuff, like learning or adventuring. I was killing demons, slaying the human race with the Zerg, and
Yeah, here I was just making poo-poo jokes on gravestones on Oregon Trail.
yeah. I didn't even put down any of my like computer games that I would play constantly. Oh, Command and Conquer, that's a big one.
See, my first Command and Conquer wasn't until Generals.
Dang, it's a long
Yeah.
time.
A lot of my PC playing was very rare because it was like family computer.
Yeah,
It was also poor people family computer, so the quality of hardware was not there for a lot of games.
yeah.
Even at that time. So yeah, I had done like Oregon Trail. I tried to do like X-wing, Star Wars X-wing and Tie Fighter and that kind of shit. Most of my game was 64 until I got the GameCube and PlayStation, and then around that time is when I actually got a PC that could do gaming.
Nice. Yeah, I was lucky enough to like have. I didn't own a computer, of course, but I owned a laptop. I think that was my first computer. But yeah, I usually just used like the main, like office computer, and it would pretty much be like at night. I'd just be like sitting in that room and playing like Diablo or Command and Conquer or something. And then that house I lived in was haunted. So just like feeling a presence like behind me as I'm playing these like devil games and stuff. Just like creepiest like setting. But yeah, I'm just like yeah, there's one hallway that like my whole family saw like a shadow person.
I was gonna say I remember you mentioning shadow people back in the day.
Yeah, and yes, he's just like feeling like the presence behind me because the office was right next to that hallway. It was so creepy. Like I never wanted to go to the bathroom, and if I like absolutely had to, I would literally sprint around the entrance to the stairs into the bathroom on the other side, and then sprint back to like get back to the computer and just like hide.
Where was this again?
So is oh, you know that dirt field next to like L
Yeah.
L8 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live right next to that, and that house was haunted.
Before the Quartz Hill mobile place.
Yeah, before all that, before my parents split up, that's where I lived. So I would watch like you
Yeah.
and Fernie and Steven like out on that field riding bicycles and stuff. Even though I never
Oh,
like knew
dang.
who you were.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I never even thought of that, 'cause let's see, that's kind of why I remember the field.
Yeah, the iconic
Those guys,
field.
man, those guys got into all kinds of shit back in the
Dude.
day.
Yeah, they
I
were
was like,
nuts.
couldn't hang out with them all the time, but
Yeah, I
I
never
did
hung out with
every
them.
once.
I might have once. I think I walked by for Steve's house. 'Cause he lived like right there. But that was
It
it.
was all good fun. Had a lot of fun just riding around with and doing BMX stuff.
Yeah, that was fun.
There were so many of those little dirt patches where it had like jumps and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and then like my brother and his friends and me and my friends would all like just spend the time out there just like building these jumps and tabletops and ditches and all that stuff. High chews are so good.
I choose
Oh,
aren't good.
I haven't thought about those in a while.
I think the first time I had a high chew was when we were remodeling Jam. We were helping like set up Jam. There's a bag of high
Really?
chews on the table. I ate so
My
many of them.
first introduction to high chews, I thought, or at least the thing that sticks out the most to me is actually Cameron related. We had this little group, and someone in the group had kind of like dubbed our little hangout the Young High Chew Crew because you know, before we were young, we liked a lot, and would frequently buy high chews at the gas station, or that was like everyone's favorite. I don't know where that started, but that could have definitely been when we were working on Jam together. I just remember it was around the time Cameron had a black GTI.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And we were hanging out with Doug and so this guy around my sister's age named Eli, who lived out in Lake Hughes, and unfortunately he passed some years back. That was actually he passed
Right before
just
Cameron.
before Cameron did. Yeah, that was yeah, that was our little. Oh yeah, and of course can't forget David. They not in contact much with him anymore, but definitely love the dude and hope he's doing all right. But we would just drive around a lot, and whoever like my truck or Cameron's car, and go out to Lake Hughes or I don't know, just do whatever.
Man, your truck, man.
Diesel long bed.
That was.
I was lucky to have it as obnoxious and loud as it was. It's my dad's old truck.
I mean, it's a long bed, so of course it has, you know, its uses and its utilities, but
Oh yeah, I definitely had a couple of good jobs with it.
what a fucking first car.
I mean, it suits you for how big it is and how big you are, but still.
Talking about trying to sneak out of the house though.
Yeah, try sneaking out of a house with a diesel long bed. Yeah, okay.
You know, one time I actually did, and
yeah.
I don't know if they actually caught on to it or not, or just didn't tell me, but I actually, it had been reversed into the driveway, so I just rolled it out.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I rolled it out down to the bottom of the street and started it at the bottom of the street.
Oh damn!
Just rolled it out in neutral since the cul-de-sac was downhill and my driveway was downhill. That was fun.
Stories in Tyler's car too. I didn't start driving. I didn't get my license until I was 19, and I didn't even own a car until I was graduated, which was, I think I was 20, 21 is when I finally had a car.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. I don't even remember. I just
the car you have is the first car you got.
No, it was the black Honda my brother gave me.
Oh yeah.
AJ's Civic, right?
Yeah, AJ's old car. It was Civic because Phil's was an Accord.
Yeah, Phil had that silver stick.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Consistent a lot.
Yeah, so I was always hitching rides with Michael and Tyler.
9 out of 10 times I was your chauffeur.
Yeah, pretty much.
Work funny.
Jeez, yeah. That is why we were called the Mayhem Brothers.
Yeah.
Doing stupid shit.
Doing shit, Gorath's work.
You remember John?
Oh, of course. Bro.
We moved into this cul-de-sac, and one time I was hanging out at his house with Darren and a couple other people, and
was that the time when we set off the 2-liter in his cul-de-sac? And
you were there for that, right?
Yeah. We set off all the car alarms.
Because it just echoed throughout the freaking cul-de-sac. Oh man.
Damn.
That was fun shit.
Those got loud. I can't believe how loud it got.
I mean, that's why Zach's neighbor thought we were fucking gangbanging.
Yeah,
and then
And then we totaled my car after a car chase.
And then I walked home with like blisters, foot bleeding, like not from the car crash, but just from like walking a lot that day with bad socks on. And I just walked like 30 minutes home right after.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a few more than a few blocks up from where we were at.
I knew it wasn't that far, but
It was still a good while walk.
Yeah, and just like the
Yeah.
timing,
At
just
what,
like splitting
9,
as soon
10
as you
o'clock at night?
crashed. At like 10 at
Did you
night.
Did you
Just
end
like,
up
all right,
just
I'm going
walking through
home.
Lane? Did you just walk through Lane Park and hop the wall to the back of the?
No, because I lived right in front of the gate, so I had to walk
Oh,
all the way
right.
around.
That's right. Last time I saw Chris, he lived in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
in
last time
there.
I saw him too. Oh, they don't live there anymore, actually. I never visited them
Yeah,
at
but
their
I
new
heard.
place.
As much as I hated high school, I fucking miss those days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked our senior year.
High school was actually pretty good for me, yeah.
Senior
Yeah, our
year was a
senior-
great year.
Yeah, that was a good year, and then
That was the best year.
the 2 years after that were really good.
Yeah.
With the trip and
Yeah.
hanging out at the apartment and stuff.
Yeah. Hanging out at the apartment. Yeah.
That, those years are the last time my life was together.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
feel that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that was like the start of me starting to not be good. It's mostly because like right out of high school, maybe like half a year, maybe a year after I graduated, I went into straight up like beyond full-time job where half the time I would work Monday through Fridays like 13 hours and then a
Yeah.
weekend. So I was like I was making money, but I was also like starting to like get depressed and like really like start to like not like my job. But I wasn't I wasn't that low. I was just like, "Ugh, I don't have the energy for this today." And like literally it was true.
Yeah, it was getting in that direction.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the reasons why I quit the freight company I worked at, and why I quit working at the warehouse when I worked at the grocery store warehouse, was because those hours were too fucking long.
Mhm.
You know,
Like
working
10-hour days or something.
funny.
I wish.
Working 12 hours minimum,
Jeez.
and
Or
then
whenever you get done.
usually 5 or 6 days a week, and
Mhm.
it's
Definitely.
12-hour minimum shifts.
Yeah, that does not sound worth the paper.
Nah,
Ugh.
I had fucking bank, man. I had fucking money. I could afford living in this place by myself, and
You could afford
I-
video games every day.
Yeah, I could just throw money around, but I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I
bad.
can't imagine.
The mental health drain of working like that type of schedule is up there.
Yeah, even like 7 hours on night shifts is shitty, but I can't imagine a 10 to 12 hour shift. That's doo doo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can 100% see that period of time in your life being not utter crap, but being very draining.
Yeah, and it also just sucked. So just like we were like at our primes at that point in parkour, and like
Yeah.
throwing crazy stuff,
Yeah.
training every day, and then going from like
Yeah.
that to not even being able to do that like ever anymore.
Yeah.
It was
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like twice as bad. Just like going from the top straight to the bottom.
For me,
Yeah,
it was an ankle injury. I feel like I was really good I was getting good up until that.
Yeah, that ankle injury really fucked you.
It set me back for months.
What is getting damaged?
It's gotta be a grayling
Oh, it
hitting my
is.
fence.
What's that noise?
Just a grayling hitting your fence.
Yeah, those damn graylings in my yard.
Damn grayling, get off my yard. Alright, anyways.
Too many songs and too much weed, not enough fighting.
That's true. Let's go on an
What's that
adventure.
quest
Let's.
in the DLC of Skyrim, what are those things called? Little wretches or something. I don't know. Reeklings.
Reeklings, yeah.
Yeah. The thirst meat. Yeah, I don't think I was really working. I got up here, and then I made most of my working for, or most of my spending money working for Kurt,
Yeah.
doing like labor stuff, and then I had jobs that were very short-lived, like just out of high school.
I remember there was a period of salon receptionist, right? Was it receptionist,
Yeah.
front desk?
Yeah, I was a receptionist at Supercuts. That didn't last very long.
I can't imagine you doing that.
Yeah, it was lame. Didn't like it. But,
yeah, it was a shitty job.
Just giving people time estimates or haircuts and taking payments. And the thing I hated most was, because I've always been bad with numbers, is balancing the drawer at the end of the night. Like the idea is
and
really
that's an
easy,
important
and
part.
I would go and count and split each credit card and add, for each credit card type, and then add the totals, and then add that to the totals, the change, and then it'd always be like $1 off, or like however many cents, or like $5 over or something. And be like, okay, why is it never just accurate?
Oh shit! Look, there's like this whole little fucking stone village over here.
Oh dang.
Where?
Over where we're at.
No, where Tyler's walking.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of like stone towers clumped together.
Yeah, this one over here, and then literally a fucking tower, little stones throw away.
Yeah. Oh, you're a big boy. Hey, stamina out. Ow. Oh, my knees are hurting.
That's that old age. And definitely not the park.
No, it wasn't the like 3 standing fronts I did today without warming up properly. No, of course that wouldn't be it. Damn it.
No, definitely not.
Didn't seem like I was doing a lot today.
Yeah, no, I'm at the stage where walking to the Mexican place near my house, I got winded.
Damn.
Oh no.
I'm not that bad. Fuck, never mind.
And I'm like, fuck.
Now, I know what you mean. If I do a big hill or something, it's definitely not as easy as it used to be. But that's also because I'm an everyday smoker and most days a drinker as well. Unfortunately.
I lost you guys. Can you make yourselves visible? Oh wait,
No.
I see you.
Oh, that's right.
Good, you don't have to.
Yeah, no, that's how I deal with. Actually, that's kind of a neat segue back into.
Us being damaged.
Yeah, kinda. I know when Tyler talked about housing, overstimulation with certain things like noise. And for me, I often use these things to tone down the intensity of those kind of like environment stimulations. Like I'll notice if I go a couple days kind of sober, I'll start to notice like the smell of like mold in the house a lot more.
Oh jeez.
Noise a lot more, get more irritated. That's also probably just from long-term substance use, but it's just like, yeah, the decent place and all, but there's just little things that like that get to me, make me realize like kind of where I'm at even more, and I'm just like, I'd rather not notice those things as much.
Yeah, I mean that place was built in what, the 50s, 60s.
And something like that. And this particular apartment hasn't been renovated or the least renewed in quite some time. So.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is the whole landlord situation over there. not your landlord specifically, but yes.
Yeah.
But in general, the landlord situations in that town is just like things are not taken care of, things are not maintained.
Oh no, yeah, it's a little bit wild. They can get away with a lot more out here, just because big government oversight isn't as much of a thing. It seems like so. There's a lot of places you can get away with renting to people and something not being up to code or being up to like a living standard ventilation wise with like mold or something like that. It's also like really hard to keep those things down because of
The climate.
yeah, the climate. Like you said, a lot of the stuff was built a long time ago, and people back then didn't really always build to accommodate for those kinds of things.
Neck, I'm gonna ring you.
They're gonna do what to your neck?
I'm gonna ring this neck. It was crazy.
Yeah, big old birthday party sounds nuts.
I just wish I had more food from it.
Yeah, did you get any leftovers?
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah, it was nice. You have to name one. What Toonami anime was your favorite?
Oh man.
I gotta sit here and think back to everything that I watched on Toonami.
Toonami anime from the
Yeah.
2000s. That's what I'm
There was
searching.
quite a few. There was quite a few, but Yu Yu Hakusho sticks out the most to me. I even bought that one on DVD and rewatched it like so many times. So really over like the past like 6-7 years. So it's just it's a good one.
I'm actually having to look it up because I cannot fucking remember.
Remember how to spell Toonami? Toonami. Makes sense.
Oh, obviously. Sorry, Samurai Jack.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a Toonami. That wasn't.
That
That
was definitely
was
Toonami.
that was like right
Yeah.
as Toonami was like starting up. They put like the kind of kiddish ones first,
Mhm.
and then they did the darker ones.
Yeah, that was a great one.
I didn't watch it a lot, but every time I saw the name, I was just like, yes, this one. Bo 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 bo. Just like hearing him say it too. And after Naruto, it's bo 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 bo. Next on Toonami. Card
The Scottish guy
Yeah.
with the huge claymore that was like jewels. Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah.
Also, Dragon Ball Z was technically Toonami.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the one I was gonna say. I'm just double checking and see if
Gundam Wing. Although I never really watched a lot of Gundam Wing. Barely any, actually.
Yeah, me neither. Didn't watch a lot of it.
I watched Card Capture Sakura a couple of times. Oh, Fuma. No, I think actually I watched that for the first time on DVD.
Man, you know your website is fucking broken when I can't even get through the entire article before it just stops showing up.
Maybe you
Really
looked at
bad.
the same one. I feel like I might have seen a couple episodes of Outlaw Star.
Rurouni Kenshin,
Yeah, I was thinking of Running Kenshin too. Samurai Champloo.
Samurai
Yeah.
Champloo, yeah.
That one I didn't watch. I don't think until later.
One thing I did watch a lot on Toonami. Maybe it wasn't Toonami. Maybe it was Tech TV or G4 or Spike or whatever it was. Anytime I would wake up,
TV for men.
anytime I would wake up, Transformers Beast Wars was on. Oh, it was on G4, yeah.
Oh, that was GB4.
And I would just watch that so much. Oh, Zatch Bell. I watched that a couple times. Zoids. That is number one. The one
Zoids
anime
was cool.
I would watch.
Yeah, Zoids was cool.
Zoids.
I remember there was an old Beyblade cartoon come on weekends in the morning.
Oh, yeah, Beyblade.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Beyblades, and I just don't remember what network it was on.
Beyblade. That was probably like WB or something. With like Sonic. So, is a hot dog a sandwich?
You know what? I was on a fucking it was on Uber Eats or DoorDash or some shit, and they had hamburgers and then they had sandwiches and then they put a hot dog in the sandwich category. But if a hot dog is a sandwich, then a burger is a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich more than a hot dog is a sandwich. So if you're gonna, it's if you're gonna put one into the sandwich category, the other should go into the sandwich.
You mean
category.
you don't call them burger sandwiches? It's like the type of sandwich. It's a burger. It's a burger sandwich.
Which is a sandwich. So if you have a
Exactly.
sandwich category, your burger should be in there.
Well, they should have a hot dog category because it's a hot dog sandwich. Not is a hot dog a sandwich. No, it's a hot dog sandwich.
If you're gonna have a burger category and you're gonna have a sandwich category and you're gonna put the hot dog somewhere, the hot dog goes in the hot dog category.
Exactly. Come on, people. If you put any meat between bread, it's a sandwich. Glad we agree. I will record your markings from the cartographer's table now. What are you still doing down there, Mike?
Oh, I was in the bathroom.
Oh, well, we're up
now.
here. I don't think Tyler has a
Where you
bathroom
at?
here.
No, I
No,
was
but thank
in
you for reminding me to put that in somewhere. I do need to create an outhouse somewhere.
Oh, you know what?
I was in the pizza.
Let's hang out in the hot tub. Can I get a hot tub?
I'm sorry, did me mentioning a outhouse and Michael saying he was in the pisser and your next thought is we should be in the hot tub?
I mean, that's my number one go-to pisser. Is a hot tub. Easy cleanup.
I have so much problem.
Man, I love all this woodwork.
I know, these little, these thingies are cool. Oh, the twisted tree. Oh man, the nights in the hot tub. I miss a hot tub.
Oh,
So many
yeah.
nights in a hot tub.
I do miss hot tubs.
So many nights in different hot tubs, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
I've had some pretty good nights in hot tubs up here too, and well, Tyler knows the place
That
because we
Riften
went.
place.
Yeah, I've been there
place.
at night. Naked.
Nice.
Actually, it was really cool. It was well, nude friendly is much more normal up here, as you can imagine,
Yeah.
with like whatever sexualization being part of that. But
Yeah.
It's called being a hippie.
yeah, yeah, sure.
In a non
yes.
like
But yes, you're right.
Derogatory way.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, we got some real straight up here too. I see plenty of them at the farmers market. Yeah, that place I was with that girl Tina I was seeing at the time. Yeah, we were there like with one of her other friends, or one of them was like naked in the hot tub talking. That was like my first experience with that being like a casual thing. It was pretty cool.
Mm.
But yeah, that place is so relaxing. I usually would just go there solo. So just get like 30 minutes or an hour in like the hot tub or the sauna.
It was a very cool place to go to. I'm very very glad that you showed that place to me.
Definitely one of the cooler spots out here.
Oh hell yeah, my comfort is 12 right now, dude.
Dang, bro.
Mine's 8.
Mine's 8.
I got the good seat, bitches.
You got that good stuff right there.
That or just better fed.
Yeah, I know. Oh
I
no,
got no food.
he's partially
what?
over the rug right there, I think.
Yeah, I'm like right next to the rug, so
And right next to the fire and
I see.
well covered and all that. Dang. Yeah, well, I have the power of. Hang on, what button is it?
Or
I
what's
have.
that now?
Hang on. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Anime, you say?
Eek and anime. What was one website that you spent like a lot of time on, whether it was like Gaia Online or like Neopets or just like any website
Newgrounds.
as a kid.
Oh yeah, mine's gonna be
Newgrounds,
kind of related to that, but not that.
Definitely Newgrounds for me.
Mm-hmm. I can't even think of the name of the one, but some of those Flash games with like Indestructible Buddy and Kill Your Boss and all those.
Indestructible Buddy was a fucking slap.
Yeah.
I played the Impossible Quiz a lot. Yeah, mine might have been Cartoon Network because back in the day those games were
Cartoon Network
hard.
had some good web web based games.
Mm-hmm.
Even had like a little 0G racer one that was like Toonami styled or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely remember one like that on that website.
Man, now I'm thinking about Tube Slider for some reason.
Yeah.
Tube Slider's on my list. Tube
And
Slider was
Happy
That
Wheels.
music too.
yeah. Tube Slider had a banging soundtrack.
Yeah.
Lots of electronic fucking like house music style shit.
Very neat racing game with some cool aesthetics for sure.
I might have even. Man, mine might either be actually MySpace or Gaia. I don't know why I was on MySpace so
Gaia.
much back in the day, but Gaia Online, it's like every weeb's like second house.
I don't think I've heard of it.
So it's like similar to MySpace, but you get a little avatar and everything's very like anime style and based, and you could get like clothes playing like fishing games or puzzle games. But then it's also like just one giant forum of like random people talking together with like these avatars. It was wild. One of my exes, like one of my first girlfriends, like told me about it, and I got hooked.
Oh.
One of the ones like that I was on was Habbo Hotel.
Yep, that was the other one. That was more pixelated and like
Yeah.
yeah. We'll go over crazy videos another time.
Yeah.
Watched or remember watching.
Oh, that's gonna be a conversation for YouTube because I didn't get into like YouTube until like late 2000s, like high school at the earliest.
Yeah.
I don't remember
That
a lot
sounds
of
about
stuff
right
I
for me,
watched.
too.
I just it's all those meme videos or
Yeah.
like parkour. That's all I use YouTube for. And then like one of the first YouTubers I followed was Jacksepticeye. Another story based on that, but yeah, he was the only like gamer YouTuber I watched. Everything else was like parkour or like late night YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah. My memory's drawn a blank, like definitely pre-high school too, in terms of YouTube. Because I think in junior high, I just was like other things like bareback riding and skateboarding, so I would watch that kind of stuff.
I was busy like playing video games. I ain't got time for YouTube. It wasn't until like I got my own laptop and then no, not even then did I have like multiple things playing at a time, or like always having to have YouTube, like something playing. It wasn't until I got older.
Yeah, I find it interesting that like my ADHD didn't like really show itself in like its full extent until I was in my 20s.
Yeah. Like I don't know, there was like I never like cuz as a kid I usually ate like at the dinner table and stuff, so we would have a TV, but it would be like off in the living room, which would like we'd still be able to see. But it wasn't until I started hanging out with one of my best friend Chris growing up, where anytime he ate, he had to have something like right in front of him, like not even sitting at a dinner table or anything. Because I would go over there and like they would all watch Big Bang Theory together, like as I was like whenever I would eat dinner with them, which was pretty much all the time. So we'd all just like watch And ever since then, even like without him by myself, I have to like watch something or it's like have something on TV while I'm eating.
I used to be able to do shit singularly, and now I have to be listening to
We
something.
have
I have to
evolved.
be watching something, because if I don't, I will lose my shit. I will lose my
We
mind.
must do 5 things at once, Tyler, don't you know? It's how humans are
Yeah.
now.
No, I could have used medication a lot, or I had retention issues.
Yeah,
And
no, that
my
was
focus. I was always daydreaming for as long
That's
as I
my
can
big thing
remember,
too.
pretty much. But anytime, like, like it's weird because like I know exactly how my brain is limited to like things of extreme interest or like hyper focus.
Hyperfixation.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's I won't retain the majority of the information unless I am genuinely interested in whatever I'm engaging in.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it's pretty
big
frustrating.
fucking
Made school
thing.
really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes human relationships really fucking difficult for me. Like, because
Mhm.
it's not that I don't care, and it's not that I
Precisely.
don't want to care, but I can remember precise fucking details from video games 10 years ago,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I will not remember important information that a person has told me about themselves,
Mhm.
no
If it had
matter how hard
emotional
I try.
impact, then yeah, I can usually draw on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some stuff, but like everyday kind of shit, or like small basic facts about people. Like, trying to make friends now, I have to like
Oh,
mentally
names?
run
Oh.
through lists of like, okay, this person likes this types of stuff. This person
notes.
has these types of traits. I have to have a mental checklist for each person that I have to like kind of go through
Wow.
Good
to try and
idea.
retain info on them.
So
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Just so you don't come off as rude or uncaring.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
See, it's hard for me. Cause I real good at paying attention and like I'm super observant on everything. I have a hard time like expressing it or like looking like I care or like actually like sounding like I care and stuff. I do.
Yeah.
Physically can't like express it.
Yeah, I
I
know
feel
what
like
you
the
mean.
90s was a big time where there'd just be like emo looking people and to be like, this is my happy face. Like Daria or like
Yeah.
Raven from Teen Titans and stuff. That was me.
I'm pretty much always alone out here. If I go out on a walk or go out to eat somewhere, just go and sit down wherever at a bar or one of my favorites. Speaking of like having music or something to listen to in the background, it's just sitting at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
may not understand it, but goddamn, do I like that music. I could sit there for a fucking hour and just soak that up.
Eating chips and guac, enjoying the tunes.
Hmm.
That's why I love Mexican restaurants.
Oh yeah.
And the food is always fucking bomb.
Oh,
Yep, always.
I went to El Chorito like a couple weeks ago. I haven't been there since like I lived in the AV. Oh, it's so good. Not a sponsor.
That sounds familiar. I know there was. Are you talking about the one that was
And I had a
right there in
pool.
Quartz Hill
Yeah, next to like the Domino's.
in the Vaughn's park lot?
No,
Oh no, you're talking about the one in between the
on
bank and
M.
Domino's.
Yeah.
On M, yeah, that one. I haven't been there in so long.
hmm
They had a nice atmosphere. It was always dark and quiet.
Yeah, oh, I loved it. Food was good. I went there. I was like, oh, reliving memories.
There was a Mexican restaurant in the what was that one in the mall parking area, Palmdale. That did a really good Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I don't remember the name of that one. That one was very pool themed too, wasn't it?
Very what?
Pool theme? Like it was like L something.
Does Rubio's still exist?
Oh
Rubio's.
man,
The heck is that?
I remember it
It's
being
like a
like
fast food chain.
Mexican
Like
fast food
pizza, right?
chain that
Oh.
wasn't really that bad.
It was right next to my house in the AV. We used to get fucking huge ass bean and cheese burrito and a vanilla Coke and a churro.
Damn.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there actually.
I think you have, no, I know you have, cause that's what we got Rubio's when me and Leva moved into the apartment.
Ah, yeah, I guess that was the only time I've had it. It was unmemorable.
Rude.
I I always went to Primo's, so
Oh my god, other breakfast burritos. I miss
The
breakfast
Primo
burritos
yeah.
like
was
that.
the
I still haven't
place.
found one that are that good for some reason. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this place called Primo
Uh,
Burger. Everyone would go there before or after or during lunch at school. That was like,
for fries, like a plate of fries.
yeah, the place to
Yeah.
go to. Just like a bunch of high schoolers with like nothing but breakfast burritos and fries. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that place was always really good. That was really consistent.
yeah, and I lived like a block from it, so I would just ride my bike or scooter or walk there like all the time and just
Oh
buy
yeah.
a breakfast burrito before like my daily either adventures or sitting around playing video games all day, like gamer
Me
fuel.
and me and Joe used to meet up on when we'd ride bikes to Joe Walker because I rode bikes a lot there, and we'd go to Uncle Andy's. And
Mm.
remember that donut shop?
Yeah. That donut shop was like 5 different donut shops.
Yeah, when that weird guy was there, he was actually pretty funny. We'd walk in and he was like he was always just being shitty. He was like what the fuckers they're doing shits. And like me and Joe would walk in and be like, what's up, asshole?
Yeah.
Like, we're doing some donuts, and I think it was always just a funny exchange that we'd have with this certain donut shop owner. But my next food thing, because Tyler's talking about Mexican food, and it wasn't even Mexican food, but chronic tacos.
Oh, Chronic Tacos was so good. So good.
We used to eat that quite a bit.
I don't know if I've ever had chronic tacos either. I've always stuck with like the same shit.
Yeah, Chronic Tacos was another place that was nearby my place, and it was also something that my mom liked. So my mom would want to get Chronic Tacos a lot.
That or round table pizza.
Oh yeah, Round Table too. Got to get the round table.
I was gonna say Amici's, but that's because again it was like a street down from me, and my family would always get like the salad and spaghetti and meatballs, and then like a giant greasy ass pizza.
Yeah, same here. If my mom's or my dad, that would be the place, because that was in Courtsville. It was like the one, like, individual pizza shop that wasn't like the chains.
It was the tiniest thing too. You could fit like
Yeah.
5 people in that like line, and then you just see like everything in the back. It was the smallest freaking shop.
Those are the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of like hole in the wall sized restaurants being bomb as fuck, there's a ramen place nearby. I won't say it's like close to my place. It's literally the kitchen right by the front door and a bar that holds like at most 10 people, and that's it.
Nice. That sounds like an authentic ramen place.
It's got the same layout as an authentic ramen place, but without the actual Japanese architecture, because it's not in fucking Japan. And it's in a strip mall, Portland. But yeah, it's the same like physical layout and size of like the eating area. But yeah, it's small as fuck, and its ramen is so fucking good.
Oh yeah, and I'd have to eat there next time I go.
Yeah,
Up
the
that
next time
way.
you're up here, well, that's definitely a place we'll be going.
Speaking of small places, Adam, did you ever eat at Tacos and Pizza?
Heard
You ever
about it.
you know what I'm talking about? Where there was like right in that towards the
Oh,
bottom of him, like a
yeah, yeah.
Mexican restaurant.
I think I
It's really good.
remember what that
I
was.
think it was just like the banner or the sign said tacos.
Yeah, it just said taco pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay.
Really good tacos. And then all the times we went to, where did we go a lot? Freaking like BJ's and
Yep.
Del Taco.
yeah.
Oh, you definitely Del Taco, like, especially senior year. God, how many fucking Fiesta boxes have we
Oh,
done
bro.
senior year?
That place was right next to my mom's house. I'd walk there all the time.
Yeah.
That and Carl's Jr. for the spicy chickens.
Ooh, yeah. We would get freaking after high school. Tyler would drive, or sometimes we'd take Chris's car, and we go to Del Taco and get Fiesta Pack, which was like what, 6 tacos, 6 burritos, or 8 and 8, or something
it's
like
six,
that.
So
six and
cheap
six.
then too.
Yeah, and it's their value meal size tacos
Yeah,
and burritos, which
yeah,
are, in my
Yeah.
opinion, they're better food.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I always got chicken sauce there
yeah. And we
all the
just
time.
we ate that
Yeah,
for
your
probably
chicken is
like
soft, huh?
nice.
Only
We
when
ate
I'm
that for
not
like
choking it.
oh.
Yeah, we went there. We went there a lot.
Like 2 months straight, just
Yeah.
like, and then go to Chris's house and play, like, watch him play Diablo.
No, we
2.
played Diablo 2
We
there
played
as
Diablo
well.
2. Oh yeah,
I think I played, what was it, 3 with you guys on my laptop for a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
at Nick's house with Kyle and all them.
yeah. When 3, not when 3 came out, but around that same time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories when we fucking ditched school. Um, me and Adam and Chris, and we either went to the store and picked up a bunch of shit, or Chris already had this shit at his house, and we
Yeah.
just
Oh,
made this huge fucking like feast.
Little Debbie's, and sometimes Chris would cook us stuff, and yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the worst stuff for you.
the specific memory I'm thinking of is the time where we had like a bunch of like cheeses and breads and everything, and we just had this like medieval style dinner
Hell
or
yeah.
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a lot of times getting drunk with Chris and over at Nick's or his place and him making freaking chili mac.
Yep.
Chili mac and cheese.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know. Maybe it's because like we didn't always hang out at Chris's mom's house, except for when it was just like the 3 of us. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
there,
early on. We were at, I feel like, at Chris's house, play Halo with like him and freaking Phil, or like do whatever there. At least I would.
yeah,
And
Just
then shit started moving over to Nick's place.
It was, I'm pretty sure, the closest house to school.
mm-hmm.
So it was always like
Probably.
it was like the
Besides
first
Adams, yeah.
the
Yeah.
first go-to place to see. That's what I was trying to figure out is
Mine was
like,
closer, but I didn't have anything to do at my place, so
yeah.
I was always out.
That's when I was in the most shape, freaking riding my bike up all the way up Avenue M back to my house after school.
Yeah, dude, I was freaking walking all the way from M to wherever Danica was at. It was like Avenue D, I think.
Oh,
Just
Danica
like,
was. I remember her mom's house there, right? Like,
yeah, I would
quite a
walk
ways.
like there and back, like sometimes
Man.
like multiple times in a day.
Yeah.
I was like so fit, and then we were doing parkour all the time. So
Oh yeah. I think I was. I got the most leg work in like junior high, early high. The parts of town we got into riding bikes with Steven and Taylor and Bernie and stuff. Darren, we would stretch into like sometimes out to like we would have a days where we'd be in Till and be all the way out close to like Tyler's mom's neighborhood and shit.
Yeah, you guys went across fucking town.
Yeah, it was like I was like, damn. We're like by 8, it was like, oh, time to go back home. It's getting dark.
I know, it's crazy.
It's such a big area. I always forget like Lancaster and Quartzville and stuff is a
It's so spread out. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's a reason why they're like two separate cities, but it's just so spread out. It was crazy. Even going
actually no. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
like I've even walked like from my place to like the Walmart in Palmdale, and that's like
oh man,
a whole nother direction.
Yeah, that's like
that was an all-day venture.
I was gonna say I would take the bus out there. Oh man,
I did that on my 18th birthday with Matt, Filipino Matt, and it was an all-day thing that me and him just walked all the way. Literally took all day. Like
oh yeah, it's a big walk. Actually, I was gonna say that reminds me that's not the longest distance I ever went by myself, and it was all for a girl too, of course. And it was a girl like Cameron kind of had sent me. Sort of, it was one of his friends.
Sounds worth
it. I'd been talking with her. There was this girl named Destiny. I didn't realize, but we had been in contact, and she said she lived like Walmart in Lancaster. So I rode my bike out there, like Martin West Lancaster.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Only to like, I was like on the phone with her, and she's like, "No, I'm in East Lancaster."
Yeah.
And she was out on like 20th or like 30th Street East.
Dang.
And I rode my BMX bike way out there that day. I was like, I kept riding and shit, like how going. I was like, I haven't side of town. I was like, it was like, there was like the soccer complex out there. I later would go to in life for practice and stuff, but went to freaking all the way to East Lancaster and this girl and talked with her and tried to actually stay out late and stay the night, but then tried to like sell to mom that I was going to stay at his house, but she wasn't having it, so I had to ride all the way back that night and got home pretty late.
Man, doing that kind of stuff like as like a teen and everything, it's just like, oh no, I'll tell my mom that I'm staying at someone else's house. But then like having like the girls like family or parents or whatever like also accepting to you staying the night is like, or just like trying to hide from them the whole time. It's just like stressful.
Yeah.
'Cause I've done that where one of my exes, her sister would pick me up, and then like, cause her mom didn't really care, so I would tell my mom that I would stay at Chris's house the night, but then like just walk towards Chris's house, and her sister would pick me up and then take me to their place, and we just like hang out. I'm just like, yeah, that was actually my first experience, like sleeping in the same bed. Did we sleep in the same bed? I think we slept in the same bed. Maybe? Just like spending the night with someone. I was like 19 or something. Yeah, I'd stay at her place.
I'm trying to remember the first time that was a thing for me. It's probably Lauren.
Pretty sure it was Lauren.
That was my first maybe like actual man. God, that was a crazy time.
Yo, I just like got all of these emotions back as I was like talking about Carla. It's just like, oh jeez, like I relived those memories just now, and they were so nice.
Yeah, same when I was freaking.
When I was happy.
That day, I would definitely relive that day. That was fun.
Oh, I would 100% relive that day. Also because
no idea where I'm going, no GPS on my, just realize like this might happen.
If I could relive high school era, I would fucking do it.
Yeah. That'd probably be the one moment where I live out to.
Yeah, I feel like definitely the later portion, or like certain portions, I would read. Definitely some of the adventuring and
Yeah.
doing fun stuff like our camping trips to Lake Hughes. Shit, all the trips to Tempest and out climbing around in the summer.
I mean, we'll get to all of that.
I think like junior year to the road trip
Oh
is
yeah,
like the period.
that one, and but yeah, road trip in particular, kind of reminds me of playing good video games.
Yeah.
Do certain things again for the first time.
But yeah, 2:23. I think we
Nice.
probably have enough if we want to wrap up at least the podcast portion of this podcast.
Oh yeah, you can cut it whenever you feel like.
You mean right now? Just kidding. No.
Just
Um,
that works for me. Paul's starting to stare at me. So I need to go take him out. Out to go potty.
for sure. Paul's
so
a
yeah.
Chihuahua dog. Yeah, thanks for watching first episode. Again, I'm Adam,
Michael.
Bye.
and this has been Damaged Over Time. Stay tuned for the next episode, and see you later. Peace.
Sayonara.